3D printers are an evolving technology with many beneficial purposes, building things such as prosthetics, shower parts, and other remarkable designs. But some people are taking advantage of them, producing 3D guns or guns with 3D components.
We are clearly at the very beginning of an upward trend.
And it's one of the alarming trends that we see within organized crime.
Highlighted by a recent drug and weapons seizure in New Brunswick's capital, the city's police force saying 2 3D handguns and a printer were part of the bust, with charges laid. And charges were announced last month by the Nova Scotia RCMP and Canada Border Services Agency in a 3D firearm investigation dating back to last year. They're part of a classification called ghost guns, meaning they're untraceable because they don't have serial numbers. In Calgary, police reported a jump, seizing 16 3D guns in 2022. Still, a far cry from the 517 firearms they seized in all.
The challenges that are posed by 3D ghost guns are significant, as you pointed out. This is accessible, fast, cheap technology whose main purpose is to evade the long arm of the law.
While the printers are becoming more common, it's not so easy to properly make the components of a 3D firearm, says the founder of a 3D printing publication.
When you start adding up all of the time and trouble and nonsense you're going to have to go to make that, like, well, why don't you just go in a back alley and buy a metal gun? Like, it's probably easier to do that.
Mount Royal University professor Doug King says further technological advances might be needed for 3D printers, similar to mechanisms preventing people from using an inkjet printer to produce counterfeit money. Because then there's also the legal side.
If you think, oh, gee, it might be kind of fun to see if I can make one, if you start doing that, you've actually broken the Criminal Code of Canada, and you could end up in some really serious problems.
3D printers and ghost guns mean law enforcement is playing catch-up with quickly evolving technology. Callum Smith, Global News, Halifax.